All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dead Man's Tone Podcast co-host Becky, and guest right now is Xtina. How's it going? That's where you say something, Xtina.
Yeah, all at once. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'm still stretching. So I was in the middle of a yawn when you were talking, and the number one rule of Xtina is like when I'm yawning, don't talk because I can't hear you, and it just annoys the crap out of me.
Oh,
so, but you didn't know that. So.
I didn't know that, and I can't see you yawn. And we did just wake you up. We literally just woke you up to do this. Look at that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I would do anything for Becky, so it's okay.
Well, that's good.
Aww, I would do anything for you.
Aww. Are we going to be hugging each other now? Is that what this is?
You just
this is
be quiet.
a moment.
Oh, okay.
We're having a moment.
I'll be quiet and watch. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the October Blitz. We're an episode every day. I know it's insane in the membrane, but that's what we're doing here. And I found something this morning about Sephora doing a starter witch kit. Do you believe this?
Yeah.
Is this crazy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun if we could mix and match like items, just because of the fact that I think I already have like some of those ingredients. So I think that if they had like a more things and we could mix and match, I would I would buy it. Hell yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like customize it. That would be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I don't want a rose quartz, but like, what else is there? What other kind of quartz do you have out there?
Well, here's the thing. So this is a 9-piece set that they're planning to release for $42, and includes a pack of tarot cards, a bunch of different perfumes, sage, and a rose quartz crystal.
Well, to be honest, that is worth it, just because my deck of tarot cards alone were like $40. So, that's a good deal actually, and I say buy it. Will it help get rid of cramps, because I'm cramping right now? So.
Oh man, it takes some Midol.
It doesn't work on me. I need something stronger.
Well, maybe you gotta get the witch kit. You gotta get the witch kit. Burn some sage. Rub the crystal all over.
I'm thinking that might work. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. Do you know much about witchcraft and witch stuff?
No, not really. I'm by no means an expert. When I was in my college years, I experimented with, tarot cards and astrology and palmistry and candle magic and stuff like that. But it was it wasn't that extensive or anything. So,
okay.
If I saw your handprint, I could tell you what the lines are, but I can't say what the hell they mean or anything. But it's actually really super cool, because every single line on your palm means something. And I know that when I was doing it for myself, there's something to it. There really is. I mean, I know a lot of people don't believe and stuff like that, but there is something to it. And it's kind of spooky sometimes.
Okay.
It's also very interesting, too.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, even for the palm reading thing, I had my palm read when I was, I think I was in middle school, and this chick was reading my palm. She was like, "Oh, no." I was like, "What? You're going to die when you're 75. I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, you're going to die when you're 75. I'm like, what are you talking about? You mean I'm not going to live a long life? I'm just going to die? But then I realized I get to die before I have to wear the pins, before I have to wear diapers. So I'm good.
And I think she just wanted to hold your hand anyway. That's my take on it.
Maybe.
Probably so.
Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah.
See, we always spin things a different direction.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like that. I like that perspective. That's kind of cool. Now, the thing that struck me about this kit is that, I don't know, what I think witches, maybe I'm thinking stereotypes, whatever. I'm not thinking pastel colors. Like, this literally looks like a unicorn just shat it out. It's all like pink, blue, green, pastels.
That is not the colors I would have picked for it at all.
No.
Well, you got the new agey witches that are kind of a little more free and stuff. So, and like I said, I'm with it should be we should be able to pick out our own stuff, because if I was going there looking for witchy stuff, it would be blacks and dark reds and stuff like that. But
purple and
who knows?
Yeah, I want the goth version. I want the version to be at Hot Topic. That's what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me the warlock version. That's what I want.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Do you want what are those cloak-like thingies, or what are they called? My brain is only half working right now because I just woke up. But you have to dress like it too. You have to have the long flowing.
The cloak.
I don't know.
And
you go, cape, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, we need one of those.
Right.
Alessandro Martinez might know what we're talking about. He might actually have one of those. I don't know. But
yeah, I bet he does too.
So what about tarot cards? So what do you know about tarot cards, Xtina?
They're fun, and there's so many different kinds. At one point, I had about 20 some odd decks, and I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing. This is weird. Here's a weird story. I grew up in a strict Baptist household, and fundamental Baptist too. Which, if you know anything about the different sects or whatever with the religions, fundamental Baptist is probably the most strict and I couldn't even listen to rock music, and I couldn't even listen to Christian rock music. It had to be strictly piano, and
Right.
Anyway, yeah, that's how I grew up. So when I was in college, there was a bookstore right across the street, and I would go there in between breaks and stuff and just browse the shelves, and that's where I found the New Agey section and the tarot cards and stuff, and it was really it was fascinating, but at the same time, it was a little scary. And when I got my first tarot deck, I brought it home and I opened it up and I was looking through it. It took me about a month before I was actually over the scare and could actually, do a reading or what have you. A whole freaking, a month of having these cards, and I was too afraid because of my upbringing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't know. It's very loose, the interpretation, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, each different deck that I had, they all said something kind of the same, but kind of not. So it's kind of like astrology. How if you read your fortune or something like that, you can definitely say, "Oh my gosh, that's that sounds like me. Oh my goodness, that sounds like what's going on right now." But they are such loose interpretations that anybody could say that. So I don't know. I guess it all depends on who's doing the tarot reading. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That's true too.
What you want to believe too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
did you? You took tarot cards into your house. I mean, when you were still living with mom and dad.
I was living on my. I was living on my own then, but the funny thing is when I had some issues when I was younger, and I came back home to stay, and I had these cards. She forced me to burn them.
Oh, I was going to ask that.
I know, and I had some beautiful decks. There was one deck I had two of because it was just so beautiful. I think it was called the Edwardian deck or something like that, but it was so pretty. And I only have one left, and it's definitely not one of the more elaborate ones or anything, but I don't know.
It's not pastel colors either.
No, it isn't. None of them. None of them were. Damn it! Now I'm wondering now, do they even have a pastel, like pretty rainbow? Unicorn
they do,
thing?
It's right there on the thing.
Yeah, they do now. Yeah,
really.
Penrose has it.
Damn it!
But
I need that.
But here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, is that while they're planning on releasing this, apparently they canceled it. There's other article I'm looking at. It's more recent, September 11th this year. plans to sell a witch kit spelled trouble for Sephora. And take a guess. Take a guess, Xtina. Why? Why were they forced, or why did they back down on this?
Religious people, of course.
Oh,
definitely.
Okay. You're close.
Yeah, churchgoers.
That's pretty right.
Well, churchgoers of a different sort.
Mm-hmm.
You might be thinking Jesus churchgoers.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
But it's actually other witches. They pissed off
the
witch community.
Yeah.
Wow.
According to the article,
they're been disrespected.
Yeah.
Wow.
Slighted. Yep.
I think I would feel honored. Actually, I'd be like, cool. Witchcraft is going mainstream. This is awesome.
You would think so.
You would think so.
But
yeah.
Maybe it's like practical magic with Sandra Bullock.
I loved that movie.
That was a good movie. Good movie, man.
It was.
And that was.
It has one of my favorite quotes from a movie is in that one.
What's that?
It's a good movie.
What's that quote?
It's Sandra Bullock is doing like this monologue like thing, and it's the part where she's talking about throwing sage over her shoulder, and it ends with "and fall in love whenever you can." And I just love that. I know,
that's
the
nice.
girly romantic thing.
And that is a good movie, even from a guy's perspective. I mean, even if you don't like witches, you have Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman in like
hot chicks.
In
prime.
Like,
you can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
And they did well. They did good chemistry together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I never even cared for Nicole Kidman, to be honest. I always thought she was a little, I don't know,
cold.
Stuck up or something.
Cold.
Yeah, cold.
Don't
That's
you
a great
say
word.
Don't you say that about Nicole Kidman.
True.
No.
It is. It really is.
No.
And look, she married Tom Cruise.
Or maybe.
Yes, he does.
Well, she got out of Tom Cruise. She got away from Tom Cruise. And now she's with Keith Urban.
Yeah,
the smartest thing she ever did. And she married to Keith Urban.
Yeah, she's with Keith Urban.
Oh, is that her? Yeah.
Warming his heart, hopefully. Maybe you know what though? Maybe she is an ice queen. Like, what if she's cold and icy? But I think that would go well with her red hair, and I don't know.
They say the redheads have no souls, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
She could be a succubus.
I never thought that about Sandra. Sandra Bullock is awesome, though.
I love her. She's funny.
She is
smart too.
Now, according to this article, this kit, like I said, witches aren't having any of it. They're mad about the whole thing because they feel like the religion's being slighted. Self-identified witches caught wind of the sale and protested, and the kit maker has backed down and canceled the product. Wow. So
yeah,
I'd love to read their response to that.
Oh, I think this link might be it. Let's see. Cancel the product. It's hyperlinked. Let's see. Doesn't look like. Oh, after outcry from actual witches, Sephora's starter witch kit is canceled. Last week, the news performed. Let's see. Starter witch kit. Critics have accused the brand of trivializing. I can't even read right now either. It's in the morning. Trivializing the religions of those who practice witchcraft. Some self-identified members of the witch community took to social media and YouTube to urge a boycott of Sephora. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Really?
That just sounds like a vocal minority at this point because, come on.
Somebody got butt hurt.
Yeah, I
wonder what they could have done differently, Sephora, to have the witch community embrace this product. Really, I would be curious to know that if they would be like, well, if you just switch this product out for this one, or I don't know, something stupid like that. But it does seem like God, in this day and age, people just get offended and they get butthurt over every single thing. Fuck it. I would have done it anyway.
I would have too.
Here's some tweet response.
Can I say
to this.
fuck it? I'm sorry.
Yeah. You
can say fuck it.
You can say whatever
okay,
you want. My rule is the guest owns what they say. You know.
Yeah.
We can joke around and say whatever.
Awesome.
So the response.
And
sorry.
you said. Go ahead.
Oh, I was say.
You said something early.
Oh man, it's so early. Sorry, let me just drink my coffee.
You said something earlier.
Maybe that's
too.
my problem. I don't drink coffee. I think that's
I don't
problem.
either. Me neither.
No.
And
you
you
said
don't
something earlier.
drink. What is wrong with you? What do you drink? Water? Is that all you drink ever? Is just water?
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes Coke and sometimes tea and sometimes I make good sweet tea.
oh, I bet you do.
Oh, see, I love sweet tea. Yeah,
I do. You said something earlier, Jesse, about what about people that sell like vampire costumes and whatever?
Yeah, what about them? I mean, if the argument is that people got offended because it's a real thing, there's people who actually think they're vampires and they treat it as if it's a real deal. So what if a lot of vampires start complaining about, oh my God, these vampire costumes are so offensive.
They're selling teeth. Oh my God,
Well, like you can go even I mean, there have been witch costumes out there for Halloween since since Halloween was created, pretty much, or whatever. So why aren't they upset about that? I mean, why don't we boycott every store that has a witch costume, which would be, every single one of them.
Yeah.
So it's just stupid. It's stupid.
Even more so than that, like the costume, the witch costume has been downgraded or degraded, I should say, into the slutty witch costume. It's all about who could be the sluttiest witch on Halloween. And do they complain about that? No, they're complaining about Penrose having a perfume kit. I mean... Yeah. I mean,
crazy.
It's ridiculous. Some people maybe they just have nothing better to do. I mean, or maybe they had like this, the witch wart on their nose, and the makeup could not get rid of it. So now they're mad.
Maybe because I hope they're not upset because Sephora is trying to make money off of their religion. Because at the same time, I mean, they buy candles and other things from other vendors, and so people are making money off it anyway, one way or the other.
Right.
And here's some tweets that are kind of a response and protest. This Chelsea Desert Witch person was like, witchcraft and paganism, or however you refer to it, as a religion. One with actual practices and guidelines. It is not a basic bitch bandwagon. Spirituality is not a toy. Don't buy the witch kit Sephora is selling. I don't know. I mean, that kind of makes me think.
That makes me want to go and buy it anyway, no matter what. It really does. That's stupid. Could it be just a publicity stunt to? Yeah, could that be just a publicity stunt to get people? But you said they canceled it then, so I don't know.
Looks like they canceled it.
I mean, that's too bad.
I wonder if they actually put the money into the product and actually made it already. It's kind of a waste. So I wonder if they'll sell it as something else come Easter time, because pastels as the Easter kit.
Right?
Somebody will complain about that. You can't have God and tarot cards all at the same time.
Oh no! You would have to take out the cards. Yeah, you can keep the sage. Definitely. You can keep the sage because
only if you're putting it in dressing.
They also burn the sage. You could take out the crystal. And put
you'd have to take out the crystal.
An Easter egg with a surprise thing inside.
A surprise thing inside. Okay, now I'm terrified.
It could be chocolate. It could be a bad fortune. I don't know. It's just it could be a little cross. It could be a little cross. Swap out the cards for a deck of Jesus cards. I don't.
Speaking of my Jesus cards, are there Jesus cards?
Are there Jesus? Are you asking if there's a deck of Jesus tarot cards?
Well, I know they're not those, but anyway, speaking of Easter, when I was growing up, crazy Baptist, I couldn't even have an Easter basket. My mom made me an Easter manger.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Yeah, you say oh wow, but I was so dorky. Like, I even remember going to school when I was like in elementary and middle school, and the kids, I'll be like, "So what radio station do you listen to?" And they were trying to be all cool and stuff, and here I am like 88 AM because that was the Christian station. It was awful. Well, it really was. I couldn't go spend the night at like my friends' houses because they could, they might watch, something I was not allowed to, or listen to stuff I wasn't allowed to. So
that's horrible.
Self-served.
Yeah, and
I made it though.
You did, and I grew up Baptist too. Mine were Southern Baptist, and my parents were very, very, very religious. But and what I don't understand now is, we went trick or treating when I was a kid. I mean, we went all over, everywhere. My dad drug me up and down the street and across the road, and I mean everywhere. And now they you don't go trick or treating. They have trunk or treat at the church.
That's kind of cool, though.
What's the difference, though? I mean, you're going up to somebody's car and saying, "Give me candy." I mean,
that's even worse.
And they're dressed up.
So
no, there's
okay. Hold on.
There's no difference at all.
I'm seeing a difference. One's a little bit creepier. Instead of going to a house, dude, now you're going to a van by the river, knocking on the door.
No, it's in the church.
The churches will have everybody in the church. Well, a lot of the people in the church will get together, and they'll all have so you just go to trunk to trunk. And there's a bunch of them. You get a lot of candy, and that's So I mean, it's basically the same thing. You just not as much work involved in it. But where I grew up, we couldn't even do that. I mean, you did absolutely nothing for Halloween. They would not condone it whatsoever. So they didn't even give the kids an alternative. This is the devil's holiday. We're not going to condone it at all. So. I missed out. The first time I went trick-or-treating, I was like 17 years old. And I know that's way too old, but I wanted to do something. So I had this long gothic dress, and I was a vampire. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Let's go. Come on.
That would be so much fun. Oh my God. We would be in so much trouble.
I want to see that. I want to record that.
It would be worth it, though. It would be worth it. We should do it.
Yes, we could. And Jesse wants to watch.
That's like child abuse.
I bet
not taking your kids
does want to watch Jesse. It took you a second. But you got it. This just turned into a different kind of show.
we have that effect, don't we?
I think we do that.
Well, either way,
and he's awfully quiet right now too.
I have to be. I have to be careful what I say. Some people might listen to this.
We're hoping to spike those ratings, dude.
Yeah.
Come get me in trouble, guys. Come get me in trouble.
You asked how to get more views. Hey, here we are.
All right. But I have to say,
you know what Xtina sleeps in? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Every time we got to wake her up more often. This is great.
Wake her up or give her wine. Hey.
Give her wine. What?
Right.
Oh, shit.
Wine.
Oh, wine.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Give her a line.
It's
oh,
a
man.
Damn draw.
Damn. But I like the draw, Becky.
No comment.
I like the draw. Give her a line and some wine. We'll see what happens.
The problem is that, you have to wake her up or give her wine. But I don't have an excuse.
Oh.
Right? She doesn't. She's been awake and she doesn't drink. So, wow.
She drinks
now I don't
tea.
feel as bad. I don't. What is in that tea is the question now.
What makes
exactly.
it so sweet? Yeah. What's making it sweet right there?
Too much sugar.
Too much sugar.
That could explain things. That could explain a lot right there.
Man, I'm glad you're able to laugh because hearing your story, I feel like you were emotionally abused as a child, not being able to not able to trick or treat. Man, that's horrible right there. And let me tell you something. Whenever I trick or treat and someone hands me like some sort of religious packet, I'm like, this is dumb. Like why would you do this? Like, you think I care about this? I want candy. Do you have candy? No, I have Jesus. What would Jesus say about that, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I think I missed out on things as a childhood or whatever. Maybe a little bit, but do I think it affected me? Now that I'm older, because I think that so many people out there are they think that it's okay to be a jerk. It's okay to act however they want to act. So they and they say, well, I had a bad childhood, or I had this, or I had that. Boo hoo! We've all been through freaking shit. Get over it. And so yeah, I mean, everybody goes through shit. Everybody has bad things or whatever, and just makes you who you are. And so no, it doesn't. I mean, my kids had Halloween every single year from the time, from before they could even walk. I pushed them in a freaking stroller. So, I think I made up for it, for my kids and everything. So, absolutely. And I just, push them down and steal their candy from them. So, I do remember I was walking my son home from the bus stop, and he had, at school, they had done like a trick-or-treating thing at school, and he had a bunch of candy. And I said, can I have a piece of candy? And he said no. And I was like, dude, I could push you down and take your candy. You better give me some. and he stopped my way, and he gave me some candy.
Well, that's how you do it.
Now he's 14. Although now he's 14 and 6 feet tall, and I can no longer push him down and take his candy. So
no, but you can do
I have to beg now, please.
You can do a candy check. You'd be like, hey. They've been putting razor blades in candy now, so let me try some of that.
He wouldn't buy that but once.
Exactly. I have to bite every one of your candy. Here, let me check this one. Nope, that one's fine. Here, let me check this one.
You were like, how about Mom? How about you just watch me bite into this? Let me show you. Looks like a razor blade.
I remember that they used to have the thing at the hospitals on Halloween where you could take your candy and get it x-rayed.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have some radiation with your chocolate. Yeah, I mean, all right.
I'm like, hello.
And what is the deal? Have you heard where you can't adopt a black cat
what?
this time of the year? Have you heard this?
I have not heard this. No. This is news. What's
going
on with this?
Black cat.
Are they sacrificing them or something?
I see. That's what I believe that they're hinting at or whatever. So you're not allowed to. That I don't know if it's still a thing, but I definitely heard that before. That black cats are off limits. I don't know if it's just October or maybe fall or something. But yeah, that's something I've definitely heard.
So black cats are a protected class of cats on Halloween in October.
Well, I mean, I think just for the reason that they don't want them to be, sacrificed or whatever. Definitely something I've heard. Now, see, I grew up in Texas too, and there was a lot of talk about voodoo stuff and Satanism and all sorts of crap. So I don't know if maybe that was just something there or the part of the world where I was at or whatever, but. Because I don't think it's not like I hear it all the time anymore, but it's definitely an interesting thing that makes me want to go get a cat right now. Well, don't tell me what I can't do.
Exactly. Black cats are the number one most euthanized animal.
Whoa, really?
That.
Really, because
I did not know that.
People are so superstitious about that. Black animals are hard to get people to adopt for some reason, but the cats are the worst because of superstition. And I have 4 black cats, and no, Jesse, I'm not a witch.
Okay,
that's what he wants us to believe.
You just pronounced it wrong. Okay. It's not witch. It starts with a different letter. But
you are not. You are the opposite of that word. Don't even try.
I'm looking at this. Sorry, I was doing some research. I just had to verify that black cats really can't be adopted during or before Halloween, and it looks like it is true. Wow, that is okay.
Yeah.
Well, I adopted my very first black cat right before October, and of course that was several years ago. But the lady made the comment when I adopted him. I mean, he was just a little kitten. She said, "I'm so glad that you adopted him because now I don't have to worry about someone getting him that would do something bad to him."
Aw, it's so sad.
And I was like,
it's a stupid cat.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even think of that, because it never crossed my mind.
And it could happen.
Like, oh my God.
It could happen because I don't know if you know this, but there was a Gallup poll in 2005 where 3 in 4 Americans believe in the paranormal. Not only that, but like 21% believe in witches. So maybe people actually do believe that cats are, especially black cats, or I don't know, satanic or something, and sacrificing them somehow or this or that does some things. I don't know. It's crazy to me. I mean, I don't know why you would. I mean, there's just a cat.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with that? I mean, that's kind of silly. But,
I tell mine they're possessed all the time.
We have a cat, and we've had her since she was like 4 weeks old, which was way too young to even leave her mom. But I named her from the cat on Charmed. Do you remember the show Charmed?
Yes.
There were witches. Yeah, so my cat is Kit, and that's where we got her name. It's from the cat. Yeah, and she was a familiar. That cat was, which we didn't find that out until later in the show. But yeah, she was a familiar. Yeah, but my cat wasn't. My cat was really stupid. As a matter of fact, there's the top portion of your window. You know how when you open up the window, there's a tiny little edge, and she loves to stand up there. But she can't even lay down or sit down or anything, so she just has to stand. So I will catch her all the time. She's sleeping, standing up. It's like, this is where I stand. She loves the spot so much, it doesn't matter that she can't lay down. She's just going to fall asleep right there. And then, of course, she goes to fall. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that might be a sign that she's evil, though. She's falling asleep standing up. I mean, what sort of... That's clearly witchcraft right there.
It is.
She's possessed. I'm telling you.
Yeah. They'll just throw her in a fire back in the day. They might even do it now.
When mine run through the house at 2 a.m., I swear they're possessed. It's like a herd of elephants running through the house.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that my dog is a lot bigger than her, but yet he's a parade of her. There's got to be some kind of witchcraft going on there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he'll just avert his eyes and slink down to the ground when he passes her, and she's never done anything to him, so it's clearly some kind of evil force thing going on.
It's a sign. that clearly is a sign. There might be something in that cat. But
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, man, well, Xtina, it was great having you on and doing this short episode for October Blitz, talking about this Sephora's Starter Witch Kit, which I hope they continue to sell maybe at Hot Topic or something, because it'd be kind of a waste.
Cool. Yeah, I would buy it. I would definitely buy it. They have my vote. I want the pastel makeup too. Mm-hmm. So
I don't know.
Sign me up.
Be careful. There's some witches listening right now and be like, "Oh, you're anti-witch for supporting them."
Don't get over it.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you for having me on, Jesse. And anytime you guys want to wake me up, go for it. I guess I don't need coffee or anything. I need you guys. So go ahead and let me know.
All right. Well, I'll do that.
We love you.
I'll do that. All right. Well, you take it easy. And those listening, let us know what your comments are about this Starter Witch Kit and also about black cats and all that. So with that said, y'all take it easy.
Bye.